Hey guys, BV6V here, and today I'll be bringing you guys another Prelude video. Let's get started. Today I'll be talking about the Prelude curse, the definition of the Prelude curse, and what happened to my Prelude. So the definition of the Prelude curse, and I'm gonna put it up the screen right here. I got hit with the Prelude curse just last month. Literally my transmission just gave out. Let me explain. I went to go pick up my mom, picked her up good, dropped her off, and then went to my girlfriend's house. She wasn't there yet, so I stayed parked in the front. Once my girlfriend gets to the house, I turn on the car and it turns on perfect, but I can't go into any gear or out of park. It's just stuck. I then try to figure out the shift lock, but couldn't figure it out. I just wasn't pushing it hard enough. I then called AAA, and when they showed up, they showed me how to do it. Since the car was able to move with the shift lock override, I decided to just put the car inside of my girlfriend's house, but I should have just towed it, but I got it towed the next morning. When I started to get it towed the next morning, the battery started to die, but the guy jump started it, and I got it towed successfully to the trans place. And I took it to the transmission place. He told me that it was the trans, and I was ready. I told him that I'm down to rebuild it, and he was like, all right. So he told me it was gonna take a week, and it took more than a week. Shop owner also tells me that my battery died and the ECU is burnt. That's why it's taken longer than a week. I get my Prelude back within 2 weeks of work, and I picked up the Lude. It sounded amazing, it drove amazing. It was low on gas, but I went to go get gas. Drove the Prelude around with my brother for a little bit, then went home. Later on, when I went to go pick up my mom, the car just shut off at the first light. Car was able to turn on but not go in any gear and was stuck in park like before. Luckily, I got help from people behind me, and they helped me push it to the side. I used a pen to engage the shift lock override and then drove it to the shop like that. Luckily, I was able to make it. When I made it, I talked to the transmission shop owner, and when I talked to him, I told him the same thing happened. He then had my car ready within 4 days after that. When I got my car back, I noticed some damages, and I told him about it. When I talked to him about it, he told me he would only give me $100 or to just paint over it / do the body work. I was sort of irritated the fact that I just wanted to get my transmission fixed and get my Prelude fixed, but then just had to deal with this situation too. I mean, I haven't got the $100 or haven't got it fixed yet, but either way, I just felt like the shop owner should have been more careful, but you know how it is. But all in all, I'm just happy that I have my Prelude back and it runs good and it sounds good, and I'm just happy to have it back. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Enjoy this nice little pool in my Prelude in the canyons. Thank you.